What's up, everybody? Hope you're having a great day. Welcome back to another episode of the Bourbon Pour. I'm Jordan.
And I'm Brian.
Today we're talking special occasion bottles. What are the bottles in our collections that we use to celebrate, commemorate a special occasion? So I know that's a thing for a lot of people out there. So we thought, let's put together a list. Weddings, anniversaries, graduations, grandchildren. I think you had a pour when Charlie was born, right?
Some of the occasions are probably a bigger occasion than others.
Sure.
So you kind of have to weigh that out as far as how often am I going to go to this one compared to maybe I'll go to this one a little bit more.
Sure.
But when you get enough bourbon in your collection, you have to come up with special occasions to get it out. We probably celebrate a lot of things around here.
Right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, every day, let's be honest, is a special occasion. It kind of sounds cheesy, but it's true. So be sure to drink your bottles. But there are some that, you kind of want to space out just to make sure that they last longer and so that you can share them with as many people as possible. So you want me to kick things off? Or
Sure, you can kick it off.
Okay, all right. So first one up for me is this E.H. Taylor Barrel Proof. I think this is batch 12, if I'm not mistaken. This is really, really good. We've celebrated quite a bit with it. In fact, the first thing that I celebrated with was filming our first episode.
Yeah.
Thought I had gotten it the day before. Thought no better time than cracking it right now after we get to filming and starting and kicking things off with the bourbon pour. So E.H. Taylor Barrel Proof for me.
Okay.
And one you just don't see very often. That's another reason why it's kind of, I really, really love it. And it's just, I know I'm not going to see it again. So kind of the rarity.
Yeah.
Kind of
this is the only one I've ever had. So it's good stuff.
Yeah.
So, okay. Well, mine, and when I've talked about this bottle several times, but it's my King of Kentucky. This one is the one when I had my grandchild. I had to pour that on my 50th birthday, my 51st birthday, and a couple other things along the way. I've had pours of it, and I have about half of it left. So I'm hoping I've got probably another 5 to 10 years worth of celebrations.
Right.
But it's my favorite bottle, and you just can't go wrong with King of Kentucky. So
and you've been gracious to share it with me a couple times, and so. Actually, one of the samples, I think the very first sample that you gave me, I think you gave me like an ounce or something of that, and I actually went to family Christmas or whatever and poured everybody like a little quarter ounce, and we all tasted it. So we were able to maximize that ounce for sure. So and that was enough.
It was a long way.
Yeah, and it was enough. Second one for me is kind of a newbie to the collection. It's this old Overholt cask strength 10-year. I love rye whiskey. That's one of my big things. And I had been looking for this bottle for a while and found it. It is a little bit on the higher end price-wise. And it was one of those that I paid what I paid for it and then opened it up and it lived up to what I had paid. Now, what makes this special is that I love it and it lived up to the hype and all that, but there's a second piece that I realized after I had purchased it, and that was this was barreled in the winter and autumn of 2012, and the autumn of 2012 is when my wife and I were married. So
very cool.
That's kind of a cool thing.
Yeah,
So special occasion bottle.
Yeah, and that is phenomenal. That's one of my favorite of the year that we've had so far.
Yeah.
So.
If you can find that, go pick it up.
Definitely get it. So, okay, my next one falls into the category of this is it. We've all talked about the C923 batch of Elijah Craig barrel proof, and so this falls into a category of this one I want to keep around for as long as I possibly can too. So I'm not just going to just pull this out on a random Friday night and have a sip of it. I'm going to wait, maybe do it 3 to 4 times a year. So this would be maybe not a wedding, maybe not a birth. Another category that might fall into that I want to celebrate because I want this to be around for a while because it is so good. If you've had it, you know what it is, and it's not as expensive as these other bottles. It is now. If you try to go find it now, it's going to be expensive on the secondary.
And Dummy didn't buy one.
So that would be my second. This one I tend to drink a little bit more than the King of Kentucky.
Sure. Obvious reasons there.
Right. So,
but phenomenal bottle. Last one up for me. What I noticed is I acquired each of these 3 that I'm talking about this year. So this one is kind of the baby of the collection for me. Wild Turkey Master's Keep. This is the 2012 2020 Masters Keep release. And this is a
baby at 17 years
that,
old.
yeah. This is my baby. It's 17-year-old bottled in bond. It is only the second ever bottled in bond product of Wild Turkey. That storied history there, and you know what? How could it not be on this list for me? So that's mine, and I really do enjoy the bottle. It's delicious. So
Yeah, yep, phenomenal. So, and then my next one is this one's a little bit more. It's easier to find than others. It's not cheap, but the Bardstown Series 11, you can still find it around. It comes in at about $135, but it is probably one of my favorite pours overall. This is one I will partake of a little bit more, just because I think if I wanted to get another bottle of it, I probably could. These, I may never see those again. This one is just phenomenal, and for the price, actually, it hurts to pay it, but it's worth every penny that you pay for that $135.
yeah, what you get out of that bottle is just insane. We need to do a blind or a comparison to that and Russell's Reserve 13, because it's supposed to be 13-year Wild Turkey juice in there.
Oh yeah, that's got a little bit of everything. Yeah,
Heaven Hill, and then
blended in there.
the rum
But
distillate.
they know how to blend stuff,
Yeah.
so they're pretty good at that. So
I could have maybe even added a couple other bottles from our collection, but these were kind of the top 3 from mine, and I know that's the same for you too. There's a few other things, but anyway.
yeah. Now, the main reason we decided to put this episode together was I do have something I'm celebrating this week.
Yeah,
so I've got some.
actually tomorrow, celebrating tomorrow, because this will be on Friday.
So my son is getting married this weekend. So we're pretty excited for that. And actually, I've got him here in the audience today, so he's going to come up here.
Yeah.
We're going to do a toast, and I'm going to kind of explain this next bottle.
Right.
I'll step out of the way for just a second. Let him jump
out
in
of the
there.
frame. Come on in here, Brandon. He is welcome here, even though he's got Cubs attire on.
Go,
and I
Cubs,
think
go.
I feel like that was intentional, but that's all right. So, all right. Well, first off,
you're a Cardinals fan.
Yeah. First off, congratulations, man. That's fantastic.
Thank you.
So yeah, thanks. Cool.
Yeah, it's like I said, this is my son Brandon, and the bottle I bought for him. So he is a Purdue fan. I am not.
So these are 2 strikes.
Yeah,
okay?
all my
Purdue and Cubs. Oh.
Yeah, all my kids are Purdue fans. I don't know how that happened, but it did. But I was in Westfield for basketball, and I stopped by West Fork, and I saw that they were doing this bottle, and I go, you know what, that's kind of cool. I think it'd be a good idea to get that for Brandon and then support his team one time. So West Fork, I think they are Purdue alumni.
Okay.
So they did a 10,000 bottles of this, and they donated $25 a bottle to the NIL fund for Purdue. So $25,000 of the NIL fund. So I funded one of the next guys going to Purdue here.
You funded Zach Eady's apartment for 1 year.
So, but then you see Brandon did try it. So it's not the first crack on it.
That's all right.
But I thought it would be good to get him up here and get him on an episode.
Especially with
we would do a pour of it.
And your bride to be is Emily, is that right?
Yep.
All right, cool. So
She's a Purdue fan now too.
she's a Purdue fan now too. That's sometimes how it works.
Brandon's good at converting people over. I don't know how he does that. So.
Conversion is your thing, huh? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember Brandon. I was in the newspaper business, kind of wandering into our newsroom, kind of interested in writing and sports and stuff. So I've known Brandon for quite a while, even as a young guy. So really excited for you, man.
So I think this, just to kind of shoot a few things
cool.
off, it was 94 proof.
Perfect.
Doesn't really give a whole lot of breakdown on. It was 4 years is the minimum, so I don't know. It says age no less than 4 years.
Small batch too.
And it's a small batch. Proprietary blend. So this is a blend. But I have not had this.
Yeah.
We did smell it earlier, and it's kind of got to me, a funky oak type smell, and some deep caramel and
little vanilla.
Yeah.
It is a strong oak though.
It's a real strong oak,
Especially for 4 years. 4 years,
Mm-hmm.
4 years and 94 proof.
So let's see what.
Going for a sip. that tastes like train grease and banners that have never been hung.
Where are we going with this here? I was like,
Sorry, had to. Little Purdue joke. Little Purdue joke.
yeah, that's.
I was gonna save it until the next time they made the Final Four, but
You wanted to drink it.
Yeah, you might want to try it before you know. You never know.
That's right. That's right. We do have a where we're from Seymour, Indiana. If you're watching from wherever, we do have a guy just a town over from us. That's in our county who's going to be playing at Purdue next year, Jack Benner.
Yeah,
So
that's pretty exciting.
That's
so.
pretty awesome, and we wish him the best of luck. Hopefully, they've got some success. I am a really big Matt Painter fan, though. I will say that I like.
Yeah,
Matt
he's a
Painter.
good coach. So.
And I'm not an IU fan, by the way, either. I'm a Notre Dame fan, so which is even more sorry.
well, you got a Purdue coach.
That's right. That's right.
Well, it's not the best I've ever had.
Sure.
It's okay.
It's a little woody.
It's a little woody. It tastes a little like that French lick, Matty Gladden or whatever that is.
Yeah.
It has a little bit of a taste like that.
There's a little bit of sweetness on the back end though that I like, but the front part of the palate is pretty woody. Do they source or they make their own?
No, they make their own.
Oh, they make their own. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a proprietary blend.
Okay.
But yeah, no, they make their own, or at least I know they have for several years now. So, but I guess we're tasting it here. But I should have done a cheers to my son. So
Let's do
cheers,
one.
cheers to the wedding.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah. Good luck to you and Emily. Wishing you all love and happiness. In the words of John Mellencamp. That's a John Mellencamp song. Wishing you love and happiness.
Yeah.
So.
So cheers.
All right. Cheers, everybody.
And now that we've tried this on your wedding day, we'll have something different. So
Cool.
maybe we'll have one of these here.
Yeah.
Or I've been lobbying to try to get a
Different bottle?
a Rip Van Winkle
Yeah.
or something on the Pappy line, but
yeah.
hasn't happened yet. But you never know. Maybe last minute that'll come in.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Maybe we'll revisit this video and see. So, all right. Well, that's going to do it for this episode. Once again, congratulations to you, Brandon and Emily. It's going to be an exciting time. Tomorrow is going to be an awesome day. Just try to take it all in and enjoy yourself. But as we close every episode, when you're with your family and your friends, whether you're celebrating a wedding or if you're just hanging out on the back porch, always share your whiskey.